And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I put it up. Yeah.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Freeman looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Sherrills to return it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 34. Bree's going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Damn.
Vic Beasley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Got it. Under.
Breeze now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Got it.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze.
Damn it, man.
Throw, but
Breeze?
incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Motherfucker, you see what he threw it at?
This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Get up!
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, 525! Space, space. Let him go!
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Hey, Tuesday! Wait!
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
He didn't catch that.
Boy, the
He didn't catch that, bro. No, that instant replay it, man. He didn't catch
evolution of the
that.
game and how these
They
guys in
tripping.
plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so
man.
much
They
harder for
tripping on that
defenses.
shit.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to...
And he'll take it
man.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Shit,
Calvin
man.
Ridley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking.
this shit,
But
look
there
at
also
that.
isn't much margin for error for this team, right?
Motherfuckers
Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's
What
some
the hell
sharks
goes off
smelling
the
blood in the
line?
water behind them.
Damn, dude,
2nd
bro, you
and 10
tripping.
now from the 27.
Yes.
You go 21.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down.
Look at this shit, man.
Incomplete
Look at
on
this
the
shit.
deep ball.
Finesse,
I know
look at
coaches
this
tell us
shit,
all the
bro.
time that having a powerful
This
arm isn't the
fool just
#1
doing.
thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to
Look at
throw
this fool just
inside
doing.
routes and you need to put
Man,
some
I
heat
threw
on
it to
it,
circle.
it
Look where
helps
he
have
threw
the
the
big
ball.
gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
21.
Man. I know, man.
Now Breeze on 3rd down.
Look, Finesse. Look, they dropping him and everything, bro. Look what they doing.
Darnell Allen with a pick. And his guys will set
Look,
up
look
shop
what
at
happened,
midfield
bro.
at the
Is you watching the
50-yard
game?
line.
Look what he doing. He dropped
This
the
interception will go on the
bag.
record
Look
of the
at that shit,
quarterback.
bro.
But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field.
Man, get the
Middle
fuck
portion,
outta
you
here,
know it's
man.
going to
What
come
you
in
doing? What
hot.
else can I do,
Square your
bro?
body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Oh, damn, man.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be
Some
taken
fuck
down
shit,
right
man.
around the
3
41-yard
times.
line.
Some fuck
Give
shit,
him 9
bro.
on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Fuck out of here, man.
Charles, they won last week
fuck
despite
shit,
him
bro.
not running the
Don't
ball well. They
play
told
like
us
that,
need to
bro.
get him going.
Don't
Runs
play
like
me
that
fucking
help.
like that.
And they talked to us about leaning on
damn,
him
man.
because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He goes underneath to Freeman. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
21.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58.
Fuck
That
out
had
of here,
lots
man.
of leg
I mean, what can I do
behind
for
it.
that? This motherfucker playing like
They
that,
got the
bro.
interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel
ain't
like
lying.
settling when that happens, doesn't
It
it?
certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the
Tell me
ball,
holding
that's the
finesse.
moment
Look,
to do.
now
Get
we
to the
holding
best player,
finesse.
right?
These
Find the
motherfuckers is
matchup, create it,
holding.
exploit
What you want me
it,
to
and
do,
try to move the
G-Money?
football.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
21.
They go play action here on 1st down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Hey, two. 5-5. Where's that?
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now Breeze lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
What the fuck is going on, G-Money?
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Ryan toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Ryan on 2nd down. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25.
And if it's called holding again
on
on
the
the
going
ball.
backwards. Let's check the call. So
Every play,
the
man.
Saints up here
Every
1st and
fucking
10
play, G,
at their own 16. Now Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
11.
Breeze now to throw. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
21.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round
Finesse, they call another flag on me. Look, Finesse, look what they call.
So cancel the interception.
Look what they call, Finesse.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return
Man, look
yardage.
what they
Makes
call,
the
Finesse.
play.
Where's the pass
But
interference
now
at?
it's all for naught.
What they call? Man, look at this shit, bro. I'm done with this shit, man. But let's look at this shit, bro. Oh, my God, man.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Tuesday.
What the fuck is going on, Big Money?
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 46 yards.
Hey, Tuesday.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a
Shoot, man, they called. Man, I got about 30 penalties on me, man.
Devontae Freeman with
They call
touchdown
penalty every time I
number
get the
8
ball.
on the year.
You got
And the
30
Falcons
penalties on
will
me.
add on to their
What's
lead.
to do? Every time I
And
get
the
the ball,
lead
it's a
will grow
penalty.
by one more.
Every time I get the ball, it's a fucking penalty, man.
Here's Bosher to kick it away.
Every time I get the... Yeah, what the fuck can I do?
This is
You
taking
tell
about
me.
7
Every time I do,
yards
something's
deep.
wrong. Shit, they got my goddamn team doing stupid shit,
And
man.
the
I
decision
got a
to bring
good
it out,
interception.
a good
They called
one
the
as he's
pass
up a
interference on
yard
the
or two
interception,
shy
bro.
of the 30.
What the fuck I
Out
supposed
onto
to
the
do, man?
field comes New Orleans.
stupid, man.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3
Fuck outta
scores. A
here.
3 and out here, or an inability to put any points
Damn,
up.
man.
This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On play action, it's Breeze. Going deep here for Bryant. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion.
Look what he's doing, man. Look what he's doing, man.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley.
Should have touched me. They would call a penalty on him. I'm scared to goddamn play defense. Call me the goddamn thing.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
What's the point? What's the fucking point, man?
21.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And
Look at that.
incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to
Yeah,
be a little
exactly.
bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing
I
on
don't know,
1st
man.
down,
He's
so the
gotta get in
ball
the ball,
remains
bro.
at the
I don't know,
8-yard
man.
line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, Ryan, flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Okay, Brandon, work with me here. Let's analyze this situation. A touchdown here, that could be the knockout blow in the second quarter. But if they go for it and don't get it, that could bring life to the other sideline.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Got it. Ready, what's up?
On second down, Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to New Orleans after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
He dropped it for this. He dropped it.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
23 yards on
Shit
the
is
play.
not working. I got me so fucking behind on the minimum. Fuck that, man.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now Ryan going for the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Ryan. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Ready. We're waiting.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Breeze. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
11. Ready, we're set.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A final shot before half for Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
21. 55. Okay. 11. 5.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Gun. Hey, gun. 21.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
21. 11. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Being chased out left. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Good set, good set, good set. Play shot. Ready, play shot.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Saints on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think...
And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Freeman again. Freeman a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Easy.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He picked up another first down with that run.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down, check, 4 down. 22.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football, but the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. Finding some room at midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they've wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ryan. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Ryan. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. First throw off the bench for the veteran Chubb. Looking downfield for Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Good set. Ready, what's that?
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. One final try here for Breeze. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
3 down.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.